name's Patrice Chapman, and I did my topic was on racism and whether or not it still exists today because of all the issues that have been going on in the world, and that's what made me want to research it. Um, so what I decided to do was interview people that just the general public, but in two different areas. One was at my school, which is North Carolina A&T State University, um, and I just interviewed students around the campus. And another site that I went to interview people was the Food Lion on East Market Street, which is 2316 East Market Street, Greensboro, North Carolina 27420. And the person who I got consent from to interview people around the store or the customers, just in case, um, well, since I'm interviewing people there, I wanted to make sure it was fine to interview people. And it was my friend, colleague. He went to A&T last year. His name is Alex James. He is a manager there. And so he was the person I got consent from. I didn't want to give his personal number, but I do have the number to the store. It's 336-370-0118. And if you wanted to get in touch with him and talk to him about the consent. So the day I went to both was after work on Monday. I went around 2. First, I went to my campus at NC A&T State University, and it was kind of hard to find students because it's summer school, so you kind of like had to search for them in certain buildings. But I found some students, and I was just basically asking them, what do they think about racism today? Do they think it still exists today? Why or why not? And really making sure they gave me an explanation on why they thought, yes, it still exists, or no, it doesn't, just to make sure that I was able to further my research with theirs. And with the college students, I noticed that they pretty much based it off the shootings that have been going on and saying that that is based off racism. And when I interviewed the students, I mean, not the students, just the general public, I mainly tried to find old people because it's like always a lot of older people around Food Line. And so I mainly interviewed older people, and they were saying that they don't think it's anywhere as bad as it was in the past, racism, but they do feel like it's still around today. And I just had a couple, literally only 2, who said that they don't feel like racism exists at all. And I tried to get a mixture of black and like different, races, but I was only able to find mostly black people given the area. And so yeah, that's what I basically did to interview people. And the unique experiences that I had when I was investigating was mainly meeting different people in the area that I live in, because I live right across the street from A&T off East Market, and hearing their opinion and getting to know my fellow Aggies more and hearing their opinion on racism. And it really helped me see a different point of view from what I get, which is mainly social media and the news, that made me really hear how people feel about racism. So that was a unique experience for me because it's not an easy subject to talk about. And so I was just really happy and made a great connection with the people that were willing to talk to me about such a touchy subject. So that was probably the unique experience I had. And the thing I learned from this experience is that mainly racism isn't something that exactly went away. Is I've based on what people think and based off what I think, based just from events that have happened. One thing I mentioned in my paper was the Trayvon Martin issue, and in Florida, the Davis issue when he was playing loud music in his car and someone shot him, and who was a white man. And just stuff like that makes me feel like racism is still alive. And I mentioned those issues in some of my interviews, and it was just something I learned was that everybody has a different take on the whole thing, but it it really just taught me that to not be so closed minded about racism because it's such a wide issue. And I felt like I was pretty closed minded about the whole thing before I interviewed people and heard other opinions because I'm usually one to be stubborn and shut opinions out if it's not something I want to hear. But so it really helped me and taught me to help me learn to open up like my ears and really listen to what people have to say versus brushing it off as if like not caring what they have to say. So it made me really care. And yeah, so that was mainly what I did for my research as far as I mainly interviewed people about it and got their opinion on it. And yeah, so thank you.